There's a word most cancer patients never hear until it's too late. It's called cachexia, and it was killing me faster than the cancer ever could. Hey everyone, welcome to Tea Talk. I'm Danny Cade, and what I'm about to share could save your life or the life of someone you love. Fall of 2014, I lost 35 of my 240 pounds at a reasonable rate, which is pretty exciting, right? Until December hit and I was losing 1 to 1.5 pounds every single day. Not because I was trying, but because I'd lost my ability to eat and my body was cannibalizing itself in order to survive. I'd force food down, and within minutes, it would run straight through me. Nothing stayed, nothing absorbed. And come New Year's Day, I collapsed while preparing a turkey for dinner. I just looked at my husband. A bird was in the oven, and I all but doubled over, and I just kind of whispered to him, "I'm done." And I'd had a mastectomy scheduled for my rare form of breast cancer called Paget disease of the nipple, but my doctors were actually quite worried that I was too malnourished to survive the surgery. And if I didn't get strong fast, I was most likely going to die on that operating table. And here's what most people don't understand about cachexia. It's not just a loss of appetite. Your body actively breaks down muscle and fat for fuel, even when you're eating. Cancer cells release inflammatory signals called cytokines that tell your body to literally destroy itself, and then your organs start shutting down one by one. First, your gut stops absorbing nutrients. Then your liver struggles to process, whatever fuel you do have. Your kidneys can't filter the toxins, and your heart weakens because it's also a muscle that's being consumed too. Finally, your immune system collapses. And this happens so fast. It was terrifying when this happened in my own body. My doctors were so focused on killing the tumor, they didn't notice I was already dying from starvation. And here's the trap. You can try to eat, but if your gut's destroyed from chemo, radiation, inflammation, nothing absorbs. You're stuck where eating does more harm than good. So the thing is, you have to stabilize the gut first, or nothing else works. Chemo, surgery, immunotherapy, herbs, even IV vitamins can only go so far if your gut can't absorb, because without nutrition, your body stays in starvation mode. And in my most desperate moment, my naturopath suggested a liquid meal. Actually, 2 servings, twice a day, no matter how hard it was, or I'd be looking at feeding tubes next, is basically what he said. It was an all-day battle for me, but I did force it down, sipping just 1 or 2 ounces every hour. And, it was the only food source that didn't run through me. Over time, the nausea faded and my strength started to return. In fact, it came back enough that I was fairly confident surgery would go well. And obviously, I survived the mastectomy. I'm here. But we did have an issue with sepsis and a bone infection, and that took up the rest of 2015. But during that, I kept sipping. So by early 2016, I was strong enough that I could start walking outdoors again. And by the year's end, I'd stabilized out at 125 to 130 good, healthy pounds. The nausea was gone. I was eating normal foods, and I had energy like never before. It was so neat. So here's the question. What did my body desperately need that wasn't in any hospital meal plan? Okay, and I'm going to list these things off. First off, protein. Your body weight in kilograms times 1.2 grams daily is the bare minimum of protein you need to preserve muscle. Fiber, even just 6 grams a day. It can steady digestion and turn liquid stools into strength. Leucine, 5 to 7 grams daily, flips the switch, and it actually tells your body to stop eating its own muscle. If anything, it might even help you put on some muscle. Now, if you're using shakes, make sure that there's 0 sugar and 0 dairy and no artificial sweeteners either. Cancer thrives on sugar. Dairy inflames the gut. And artificial sweeteners can cause bloating, diarrhea, gut microbiome disruption, and rob cancer cachexia patients of the needed calories and strength. Then there's the 25 food-based vitamins and minerals that our organs need to function. Okay, then we've got essential fats like omega-3s, and they're great for calming inflammation, protecting muscle as well. Probiotics, enzymes, they all help to unlock nutrients and stabilize your gut so cancer can't steal your strength. Now, when you're in that crisis state where you're not eating anything, you want a minimum of 2 servings a day, sipping just 1 to 2 ounces every hour. Now, if you're at that point where you can eat normal food, then great. You're on a maintenance plan where just 1 serving a day while eating your regular foods is going to really make a big difference. Can you source all this out separately? Absolutely. But it costs 2 or 3 times more. And when you're fighting for your life, measuring 30 or more ingredients every day is pretty much impossible. And you want to be careful of cheap brands like Booster and Sure that are full of sugars, fillers, seed oils that, you know what, they actually feed cancer more than they feed you. So after losing 100 pounds to cachexia and nearly dying, that all-in-one solution delivered everything that I needed. It's organic, sugar-free, non-GMO, and it stabilized my gut so that my body could finally absorb what I needed. If you or someone you love is battling cachexia, wasting, or struggling to keep weight on during treatment, drop the word help in the comments right now, and I'll DM you my free guide, Starving with Cancer, the guide that helped me survive when eating wasn't an option. And make sure you're following me on cancer nutrition support, try that again. Follow me at cancer nutrition support on Instagram. Can't get that out. Or you can find me on Facebook. The page is called Sippable Solutions. And this way I can see your comments and send that DM to you. And please watch for my reply because it's really the only way that I can get this to you. That's all I have. Thanks, everyone. It went a little longer than I wanted, but I appreciate it, and I hope this was helpful. And, let me know if something came to light that was useful to you. Drop it in the comments. Do me a favor, hit subscribe or like, and let me know. Give me some feedback. That always helps me. Thanks a lot, everyone. Make it a great one, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.